All right, welcome everyone to the Wednesday night opportunity call. My name is Trisha Albrechtsen. My husband and I have been in this industry for a very long time, over a quarter of a century, and it's been really an interesting and blessed journey for us. We've been able to have some of the most amazing adventures and meet the most incredible people and really be a part of watching lives transform. It's the most pure form of business that I could imagine being in because you get paid based on how many lives you bless and touch. So for us, we couldn't have picked a better journey. We weren't successful for the first half of it. So if you've been down this road before and not achieved the success that you would like, I'm glad that you're here with the actives at this point, hearing about this right here, right now, and getting a chance at being early on and having different results. Because for us, it was just a matter of figuring out how to make it work. When you walk into a regular job, you're taught how to do that job, and there's a learning curve. It takes a little bit of time to get your head and your actions wrapped around your new job. Well, with this kind of a company, it's the same thing. And so we didn't really know what we were doing the first several times that we tried it. But once we figured it out, we've been successful ever since. And it's literally helped us make millions of dollars and change our lives in ways that I never even dreamed when we got started. So I'm going to tell you tonight the secret of what we learned. So I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad somebody is maybe sharing this with you down the road so that you too can maybe see why you weren't successful the first go round if you've tried this before. Once we figured out that there are some key factors that have to be in place to really give you the best opportunity for success, then we went looking for those factors, and we've been successful ever since because we were willing to work hard. We were willing to do the things that we were told we needed to do, but you can be doing all the right behaviors, and if all the right factors are not in place, you may not get the success that you're looking for. So there are 5 factors, and I'm going to just touch on them really quickly. So hopefully you'll find that I'm talking. We look at the company. We look at the track record of the people that are running it, their integrity, their record in, have they run companies before? Have they been successful? And, what are their points of interest? How are they focused? Where are they really putting their efforts? And we look at the timing of the company. Is it a new product and a new company and it's something nobody's heard of yet? We want to be first to market so that your friends and neighbors haven't heard of it yet. We look at the products. You want something that's unique and proprietary, consumable, something that people are going to use up and need more of, but something that they can't go down to the local big market and buy. We want something that is unique that they have to buy from you or from your company. We look at the trends because the trends really dictate what people are willing to put their money and their time behind. So if you're trying to market a really fancy VHS tape, it's probably not going to go very far. It doesn't matter what's on it or how beautiful the packaging is. It's not going to be what people are looking for. You want something that's very cutting edge, that is all the talk and what people are really looking at and what they're putting their money behind. We look at how the compensation is made and how the company pays, and do they pay on time, and do they pay regularly, and is there money to be made right from the very beginning so you can be making sizable income fairly quickly. And what is the back end? Is there the money for the beginning, the middle, and the end of the journey? We don't want all the money going to the front, and we don't want all the money going to the back end either. It shouldn't just go to the leaders. It should be scattered among all the different levels. So those are the things that once we figured out all those things and put them into place, our odds of success went way up because we were willing to put in the work. Like I said, we were willing to do the right behaviors. But we learned about a man by the name of Peter Drucker, and Peter Drucker was a financial analyst, and he studied businesses. He studied why the majority of mom and pop businesses, when people put their hopes and their dreams and their money into buying a franchise or buying a little shop down on Main Street, why is there so much turnover? Why do most of them fail within the first 2 to 5 years? And why do a lot of people fail in network marketing in this industry? And he learned that if you're missing one of those 5 factors, your odds of success go way down. And if you're missing 2 of the 5, it's almost not worth your time because you have to be one of the top percenters, one of that special group that are the 1 and 2 percenters that are actually going to make it if you're missing those factors. So it's not that you can't go into a company that's 20 or 30 or 50 years old and be successful. You just have to be an anomaly to do it. So we learned that when you can get all 5 factors lined up, and then you do the proper behaviors over and over consistently, you can literally create generational wealth. And we haven't been able to find any other way to do that. We've studied Robert Kiyosaki, we've studied the different quadrants, we've tried them all. We've been employed, we've been self-employed, we've been investors, we've been, we've tried everything that we could think of. And this has been the most successful industry for us. And like I said at the beginning, it comes with perks that you can't even see when you first sign up. When you first sign up, you're seeing an opportunity to maybe make a few $100s and be able to get through your month with enough money to get through to the 31st. That's a big deal. And you're seeing these products that come in your start pack. And we want you to take the products and start to see how they're going to benefit your life. But most people don't realize the amazing relationships that they're going to make. They don't understand what it means to wake up and have time and not have to report in on somebody else's time clock and be able to eat when you want and what you want and with who you want and perhaps where in the world you want. I've actually had friends that have pulled out a globe with their children and spun it and let the kids close their eyes and poke the globe, and wherever it stops, that's where the family goes, and that's where they spend time. Because when you are not tied to a job, when you're not trading your hours for dollars and you're making money 24 hours a day, 7 days a week because you've blessed people around the globe, so when you go to sleep, they're waking up, you can literally make money wherever you are all the time. And it comes in residually. So those people that we see on TV that are making the big movies or the big recording contracts or the people with the special talent skill that has gotten them a name, that are making residual off of their advertisements or off of their things that they've recorded or written, you can now have that kind of royalties coming into your household, regardless of your skill set, regardless of your age, your gender, your religious or political affiliations. It doesn't matter what title is behind your name. It doesn't matter how much schooling you've gotten. We've seen people that are 16 years old make $100,000 a year. We've seen people that are 95 years old in just a matter of a couple of years make $5,000 a month, and everything in between. Old, young, male, female, and every walk of life that you could possibly imagine. We've seen lawyers stop being lawyers. We've seen doctors stop being doctors. We've seen firefighters that are 3rd and 4th generation walk away from it because they no longer want to trade their hours and put their life on the line. They'd rather be home with their family and helping people in a different way. It just gives people choices. So if you're sick and tired of where you're at, or your job's been affected by something that's going on in the world today, this is a chance that you can hire yourself. So when we found Actives and it clicked every box for us, we knew the corporate people that were running it. We'd worked with them before and we'd made millions with them before. It's amazingly fun for me to introduce people to David Brown, our CEO, and Ryan Thompson, our president, and let them come back to me after and say, there's just something different about them. And I have to agree. They're amazing, wonderful men that wear their heart on their sleeve, and they really do care about this company, and they really do care about the world. And they've been through some of the heartache that we have with decisions at corporate levels that have cost us businesses in the past. And they've been caught in the same nonsense. And so they won't let it happen here. And that to me lets me sleep at night, knowing that Actives is going to be around 10 or 15 or 30 or 40 or 50 years from now. And it can be a generational company. It can be something that passes to my children and my children's children. And that gives me a lot of confidence. The timing couldn't be better because it's only just barely come to the United States within the last year. The company this month is celebrating 3rd year in business, but they opened in South America and Mexico. It just barely started getting to the United States. So there's still so many states that have no one in them in Actives. And if you're in a state where there might be a few other people, I would challenge you to be able to put together any kind of gathering that has 100 people if you're allowed to, Right now we have so many restrictions, but even if you could you find 100 people inactives in your whole state? Probably not. That means the timing's incredible because no one has heard of us yet. The products are products that literally every single person you know needs to be taking. If they're young and their bodies are developing, it's going to help their brains to develop stronger and faster. It's going to help as things start to go sideways. We all know some children that are developing diseases that used to be considered old people diseases. And yet things like juvenile diabetes are creeping up. I heard of a young man, well, he's not a child, but I heard of a young man younger than I am who has Parkinson's disease. And I couldn't believe it because Parkinson's in my head has always been something that develops as we get into our older years. And here he is barely into his 40s and has Parkinson's disease. Things that used to be for old people are getting younger and younger and younger. And why is that? Because our environment has changed, our eating patterns. We're eating food that's, even if we're eating the best organic food that we can find, it's still grown in the same air and getting the same water, and it's depleted. So things just aren't giving us the nutrition that they need to and that they used to. So we have this trifecta of products that is absolutely incredible. One of them is the strongest Nerve2 activator in the world. And we made millions and millions of dollars with the first Nerve2 activator that hit the market about 10 years ago. And it made us millions of dollars. Now we get to work with the strongest one. It's 10 times stronger than the one that we worked with before. So we have that in our trifecta. It's called genomics, and it literally fights free radicals in your body 1,000,000 times stronger than the superfoods that we've all heard of and that we have heard are good for our bodies, like the fruits and the superfoods, the antioxidants that you could find on the shelf at the grocery store. Genomics literally restarts an enzyme in your body that is 1,000,000 times stronger because it's coming from internally. It eats 1,000,000 more free radicals than anything we can eat through the most super powerful blueberry or special berry that's out there. So we have that going for us where it can literally turn back the clock on every cell in our body and help our cells literally under a microscope look and act like they did when we were born, when we were young. When you were young, you didn't think about your health. You just ran around with energy and firing right. Well, as we get old, we get out of balance. Some things are firing too high, some things are firing too low. And literally genomics is going to start to balance that out and help our bodies to fire correctly, to run balanced. Incredibly important. The next product in our trifecta is Link. And Link, for me, is my missing link. It's the thing that helps my brain and my gut, where our immune system resides, where so much of our health is dictated. And for me, I want that clearer head. I want to be able to focus and be able to think clearly throughout the day. I value the energy that comes when I take Link because it's literally feeding my mitochondria, which are the powerhouse inside every cell, and helping my body create more mitochondria. I didn't realize that was even an option until I found Link. I didn't realize also how unbalanced my digestive system had gotten as I was getting older. I just figured it was part of aging. So if you've got things that are going wrong in your body that you're just writing off as part of aging, I challenge you to try Activist products because they will literally wipe that out and help you to realize we don't have to age ungracefully. We can do it gracefully and with wisdom without all the horrible side effects. So Link to me is a product that I will never go without. It's feeding my brain, it's helping my digestive system to properly function, and it's helping everything in between. If you need more information on any of these products, I know I'm just glossing over them. There's lots of science and there's lots of information. You can get back with the person that brought you this video and they can let you see lots and lots of doctor videos and people that will go deeper into them. The third product in our trifecta is Optimend. And Optimend literally mends and lowers inflammation in our body. So some inflammation we're aware of. It might be an old sports injury. It might be something that happened as you were walking down the stairs last week and tweaked something. It might be something that's coming from an injury or a recent surgery. We can feel that inflammation and you can lower it. But there's a lot of inflammation going on in our body that we can't feel. So if we can't feel it, We don't know the damage that it's doing until we start to come down with diseases and have a lot of things go haywire in our body. When we can lower that, we may or may not see the results of it, but it's absolutely life changing and may potentially be life saving. So look into it, try the Optimend. Optimend is so powerful. People are literally sometimes able to feel the results within under an hour, sometimes 30 minutes, sometimes 45 minutes. But that's my go-to now. I don't run to the medicine cabinet and grab something if I have a little bit of pain. I don't grab something if I have a headache unless it's Optimend, because I want to do it naturally. And Optimend is the strongest product I've ever seen that's natural, that can literally help with pain and inflammation. So incredibly strong products. We also have a skincare line that's second to none. I've tried, I don't know how many skincare products I've come across over the years, and this is the first line that I've seen that I religiously use morning and night because I can see it working. I can feel it working. People notice a difference when they look at me. I run into people that I haven't seen for years, and the first comment oftentimes is, "Wow, what are you doing?" Well, I'm taking the best products I can to make my insides feel young, and I'm taking the best skincare that I can to make my outsides look young. I wouldn't be without it. So check out our product line, try them. There's a money back guarantee. So every single person in this planet should be trying Active's products, and nobody even knows about them yet. The trends in the marketplace right now, people are going after things that are going to help them feel better, that are going to help with their disease states, that are going to help with the way that they look. There's literally over $1 trillion being spent between pain medications, between anti-aging, between skincare, between all of the different things to help with guts and brains, and all of the different things that are going on with our 3 simple products. So simple. They swallow, they don't taste. It's just a simple process, and we can satisfy those trends. The other trend that's so hot right now is people are trying to figure out how to manage their finances. People have lost businesses, they've lost their income, they've been kept from being able to run their business. And a lot of businesses are declaring bankruptcy. A lot of people are losing jobs because their boss has been affected. And a lot of people are trying to figure out what they're going to do to pay their bills. Well, with Actives, you can literally hire yourself. It costs $10 on top of whatever your product purchase is to become a distributor. So the favorite pack that we have that people are mostly signing up with is our immune pack. That trifecta of products we just talked about, they've put it into a package where you get 2 of each of them, because most people live in a household with someone else. So the immune pack has 2 Link, 2 Optimend, and 2 Genomics. But when you buy the Link and the Optimend, the Genomics comes free. So they package their packages and give discounts on their packages. So it's $240 for a month's supply for both husband and wife, and $10 extra one time to become a distributor and be able to hire yourself into a business where you can make money. I was talking to a business owner today. He's very, very busy, but he's got some friends that are seeing a remarkable difference in his health. And as he's told me his story, he's a friend that I hadn't talked to in over 20 years. We went to high school together, haven't seen him in a very long time. Happened to hear that he was looking for a way to make some extra income while his business was shut down. So I told him about Actives. He got on the products, and his friends are now seeing the remarkable difference that's happened with him. I didn't even know he had major medical problems. I just knew that he was a friend from a long time ago. So in blessing his life, he has now blessed other people's lives. And in doing so, he's in the process of signing them up as customers. They have an incredible customer program. So even if he never builds this as a business, he's just accidentally signing people up because they want what he has. And as he signs up 5 people, his products will be free for the rest of his life, because he'll be getting enough back from what they order. The company is going to take care of him. They get it at the same price he does. He doesn't have to mark it up and charge his friends. They pay what he pays, the same discounted package price with the Genomics free. And yet he's going to make some kickback off of each of those sales because the company is paying him to be their advertising. Those are people they didn't have to reach out and do a big advertising campaign to find. So he's making money every time he tells somebody about the products. And it's that simple. We've got little old ladies doing it. We've got people in their late teens doing it. And we've got people of everything in between doing it. So whether you're telling a few friends and signing up a few customers and getting your product covered, or you're taking it as a business and you're finding strategic business partners, people that see and value the idea of being in business for themselves. And when you're in business for yourself, you can work as hard as you want and you can write the check, basically. You can figure out what your time is worth. No more of this trading hours for dollars. If you want to make $10,000 a month, we can show you how. If you want to make $100,000 a month, we can show you how. So this company's got it set up. They've got it all figured out. The money's there. It's just a case of who is going to work hard and who is going to bless as many lives as possible. And that doesn't mean that you go and you tell 1,000 people about this. No, we teach you to find 10 or 20 strategic business partners, people that you would want if you were hiring in your business. Who would you want to be your vice presidents? Who would you want to be your managers? These are people that you trust, that you respect, that you like their work ethic. They're people that, as you get your business built and you get to go retire and travel a little bit, if that opens back up for us, who would you want to be traveling with? Who would you want to have by your side? Or who would you want to go and bless the world with? Because for some of you, it's not about the travel or the car or the home. It's all about how many people you can bless and how much good you can do with it. But it's a lot more fun to build a house or to put it in a well when you're doing it with your close friends. Trust me, we've done it. We've done it alone and we've done it with friends, and it's a lot more fun with friends. So as you're gathering up your business partners, make sure they're people that you like, because you're going to be spending a lot of time with them, doing a lot of good around the world. So we're glad you're here. For us, Actives checked every single box. We've looked at, I think, over 100 companies at this point. And honestly, a lot of companies are missing 1 or 2, and sometimes even 3. I've even seen companies missing 4 of the 5. And yet they don't tell you that. They have this wonderful presentation and it sounds really good on the outside. And then when you start to look deeper on everything, they just aren't strong, or their products are available at Costco or online or here and there. Yes, our products are available on Amazon, but it's because we're an omni-channel company. And when they first told me that, it kind of put up a little red flag. So I almost forgot to tell you about that. And I want to make sure that I get that in, because we are omni-channel. They are selling products through some of the major avenues that people go looking, and Amazon is definitely one of those. They also sell through Mercado Libre. Forgive my US accent on that. I'm sure I'm slaughtering it, but that's the eBay version for South America, and it's a very hot place for people to buy products. So they sell our link and our Optimend on those big avenues, and then they mark them up. So there's no challenge. It's not like they're dumping product at a cheaper price. Now it's competition with us. No. They charge a higher price and they take the profits and they put it into a pool bonus that's shared by some of the leadership groups. And the leadership groups here at Actives start at a very low level. So by doing just a little bit and showing them that you're active in your business and getting to as little as an A6 level, which is doing about $10,000 of volume a month down through your organization. So getting a few people on product to get a few people on product, you can start to have a percentage of all of the volume that's done around the world. Every country that we're open in, every time somebody buys it online, you're going to get money. So now literally you're making money 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, like we talked about in the beginning. I don't think you can get that from an hours to dollars job. And I don't think you can get the raises that you're worth at an hours for dollars job. So here at Actives, your check is just going to keep going up as you continue to do the work. It's just going to continue to get more and more exciting, because as we grow and we expand in all the countries around the world where we're able to do business in, which I think is over 220 countries, we literally have the ability to take this to any corner of the globe. So wherever you want to build, however big you want to build, as you put in the work and you get the ball rolling and you tell a few who tell a few who tell a few, the money is there. And like I said, if you want to make those big checks, get back with somebody who can put you with us or put you with a leader that can show you the dynamics of how that plays out, because it's not just a promise of pie in the sky. And it's not something quick for nothing. You do have to put in the work, but the work becomes really fun. I look at some of the jobs people are willing to trade their hours for, and they're not fun. They're very hard on the body and they're very exhausting. Some of them are downright dirty. And this is amazing because the work that we do, if you can call it that, is calling a friend on the phone, sending a text and a video to somebody you haven't seen in a while, like my friend from high school, or meeting somebody for lunch. So it's not hard. It's just a different skill set. And once you learn it and you're willing to do it over and over and over, not only will it change your life, but it will change the lives of every person that you talk to. And potentially down the road, it will change the lives of the generations that follow you. Because Actives is here to stay for a very, very long time. So those that dig their fingers in right now and put in the work and put in the time, it'll change your life, and it will be something that you can pass down to someone following you, and it will bless their life and continue to bless all of the lives that come from the people that you talk to, because that's the most exciting part. You do a little bit, and those people do a little bit, and those people do a little bit, and it can change the world. I've seen it happen. We've been part of it. We know what's going to happen here at Actives, and we're so glad that you're hearing about it right now so that you can literally be one of the first, because there's just a few over 1,000 people getting checks in the United States. That's crazy early. We're glad that you're here. You can be one of those early. We're not ground floor. We're kind of still sub-level. And yet they've got the timing worked out. They've got the kinks worked out because they opened in South America. So it's the best of everything here in the United States. Or if you've got people around the globe, they might be the first person in their country. And that's super exciting too. So how many lives will you touch? What parts of the world will you touch? And how big will be your touch? How many people will you bless and get the ball rolling? We're here to help you in this business. You're in business for yourself. You hire yourself, you're not likely to fire yourself, and yet you're not in business by yourself. We're all here to help you. I'm so glad that you're looking at Actives. Get back with the person that sent you this video. Let's get your questions answered, and let's get you making some money and changing your life, changing your body, activating every part of your future. Thanks for being with us tonight. This is a wrap.
Great job, Trish. Awesome. Thanks, everyone.